passed away on December 6, 1956. Origin of caste system. The caste system originated in ancient India, primarily linked to social stratification among early Indian Aryan society during the Vedic period, and later solidified and transformed by religious history and social form over the centuries. The caste system likely began on racial ground. It believed that when the Aryans came from the northwest around 5,000 years ago, they conquered the darker-skinned native people in India. Some people were denied the Aryans come from outside India as that India was originally home of the Aryans. The caste system was also called Varna Avastya in Sanskrit, which means color. The caste system began with racial discrimination, later evolved based on needs of feudal societies in India. The caste system was shaped more by society, social, economical, and occupational division rather than just a rise. Caste system based upon four categories: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahmins were known as leading Varna and were given highest status. Brahmins were accepted to learn and educate the Vedas. They believed that they came from the head of Brahma. Brahmins were mainly priests, gurus, writers, teachers, and scholars considered by Brahmin community. Brahmins were foremost choice to tutor for the newborns because they represent links between supplying knowledge to God and for Varnas. Kshatriyas should at second positions including varied names, kings, rulers, and military administration, etc. Kshatriya, they are supposed to born from the arm of Brahman. Their fundamental duties was to protect the territory, defend against attacks, deliver justice, govern the rituals, and extend peace and happiness of all subjects, and they would take counsel the matter of territorial sovereignty and ethical dilemma from the Brahmins group. Vaishya, it is the third Varna representing agriculturists, moneylenders, and those who involved in commerce. They were born from the types of Brahmin. Shudra at the last position of this hierarchy, including workers, laborers, artisans. They were expected to assist the other three Varnas, and they born from the Brahmin sphere. There are hundreds and thousands of
They born from Brahmin speak.
Brahmas. There are hundreds and not thousands of castes and subcastes in India, of which do not fit the core tradition of castes. Occupation divisions are also created. The occupation caste patterns are similar to surnames like European cultures like Smith, Taylor, Millen, which shows the provisions of their ancestors. The caste system, which began in racial divisions, become occupation divisions in labors under feudalism, similar to Europe, guide system, and contributed Indian economic prosperity for colonialism when India was globally tried leader. Origin of caste system in India. Origin of India caste system was complex with root of ancient Vedic period and development of Varna system. While traditional theory names the low Varna originated from the body of creator of God Brahma. The origin of caste system in several theories has been advanced in some of important theories. They try to establish the origin of caste systems are in traditional theory, political theory, religious theory, occupational theory, evolutionary theory, racial cultural integration, and man theory. Traditional theory, according to theory, members of different castes were born out of different parts of bodies of origin of man, Brahma, or the creator of the universe. Political theory, according to this, the theory of caste system is result of political conspiracy of Brahmins to earn superior most places of society and also have control over functions of the society. Religious, the caste system has grown out of religious custom, tradition, etc. In ancient India, the king was recognized as a representative of God and religion. The theory put forward the view of caste system has grown out of restrictions of good habits, taking foods and different people and group of people. a group of Purohitas were considered superiors, and as a result of combination of religion, customs, and tradition, Purohitas had a specialization. And those who know the specialized and they were considered Brahmins and superior. And the other organization groups called themselves as, and they organized group themselves as Brahmins. Occupation also organized them into group and caste system developed. Evolution theory, the caste system linked other social institution development gradually through evolution. People were engaged in different occupations. Each has its own group and organization. In early, people could move from occupation to another, but later the mobility stopped, and as a result of occupation, group become closed and eventually turned into castes. Racial, it was propounded by Sir Herbert Russell Racial in his book, highlighting the importance of racial element caste system origin. According to him, these two factors are responsible: caste deficiency and endowment. Cultural theory, according to theory, caste system developed through the mingling and interaction of different cultural characters, and each race has its own unique features. Indo-Aryan had concept of bronze system and concept of pre-Tibetan has the concept of sense. This culture treats gradual influence and each other of these two comes together. Theory of man. The caste system was present in India even before Aryans made it more clear in putting themselves above everything. There are certain places where every village is independent unit and all inhabitants of villages follow same occupations. Aryans proves as caste system is present before they entered with the land. According to Hudson, the main origin and development of caste system is occupational division and feeling of people to put certain restriction on certain things. Caste system in India. Caste system is a social group that includes people of same economic status and occupations. The term caste is derived from the Spanish word casta, which means lineage, tribe, or breed. It involves the division of people into social groups where assessment of right are fixed by birth, often including occupation and profession. The simple term caste is where society dividing up into different groups with who have power to top and those who have no power to bottom. Caste system is a social order built on religious and cultural norms in which the population of state is divided into hierarchy of classes. The members of different level of system have different degrees of purity and have different rights. Caste is that extreme form of social classes organization in which position of individual in status hierarchy determined by reason and birth. Caste system is one of the unique features of Indian society which can be traced back of thousands of years. Portuguese Ambedkar Casta is the modern sense when they appeared into the hereditary Indian social group called as Jati in India. The caste system has been dominated as a social organization for thousands of years. Caste system is defined by the term Jati, which refers to regulate social community into which one is born. The Manusmriti explains the right and obligation of each and classes of Indian society, Indian caste system, and combine religious and secular fact of life into one great whole. Manusmriti is one of the hereditary legal texts followed by Hinduism. It is also known as Manav Dharma Shastra or Law of Manav. It is believed to have been developed in the time range of 2nd century BC to 3rd century. The text summarizes what their responsibility, duties, and member of society in any four castes that make up the society. Ambedkar protects it its role by earning it and held responsible for prevention of caste in India. According to Manu, caste system was an essential part of social fabric of ancient Hindu society. He believed that Varna could maintain and pursue social harmony and peace in society. Manu provides a fourfold categories of social organization derived from the Vedic times. There are Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Manu has justified caste system as a basic order and regularity of society. Brahmins and Kshatriyas are given as all privileges, and Vaishya and Shudras are oppressed and neglected. This fourfold classification was called Satyavarna theory, which was accepted to maintain harmony in the society. Ambedkar Indian caste system. Ambedkar Indian caste system focused on equity and development. Ambedkar is setting up his approach to study was the both studying the system of academy and personally affected by different Dalits as a Dalit person. Ambedkar emphasizes that caste isn't just a law in Indian issue but a law in education. He argues that as long as caste exists, it will prevent meaningful social interaction between Hindus and the outsiders. Many scholars have attempted to define the caste system and failed fully explaining it. Ambedkar states he will focus on especially on grievance mechanism and spread of caste system rather than trying to cover everything and only refers to external matters. Ambedkar presents the standard economic view of the time of India in population consists of various groups like Aryans, Dravidian, Mongolians, etc., who came from the different directions and with the different cultures. Ambedkar clarifies that caste represents the particularity of already homogeneous unit, typically social division between different groups, caste, divided people who are culturally unified. Ambedkar's central argument about the caste system focusing on endogamy as a fundamental mechanism that creates and maintains the divisions. Ambedkar argues that endogamy is the only characteristic that particular with the caste. While other features like occupation, social restrictions exist in other societies, endogamy is what makes Indian caste system unique. If we can explain how endogamy is maintained, and we can understand both of uniqueness and mechanism of the caste. He then introduced what he calls the unity survival that is particularly highlighting the custom of exogamy. Ambedkar explained that exogamy was originally practiced in India as evident by terms like surrogates who cannot marry each other. It shows that endogamy was not originally falling off Indian society. Ambedkar not justified describing the caste as a social phenomena but explaining the practical challenges that had to be outcome for such system to actually work in practice. When a group becomes endogamous and maintain the balance of equal numbers of marriageable men and women, and there are some issues facing by the endogamous group was widows and widowers, and both threaten the purity of those people. Ambedkar argues that both widows and widowers constitute friendship of caste because if they cannot find suitable partners within their circle, they were transgress and wrongly marry outside the classes. Ambedkar then examined how society actually dealt with this surplus individuals to pursue the caste endogamy. For widows, first solution was study rather than impartial way to solving the problem of their prosperity and acknowledgement, putting work in peace. For widows, the system tried two approaches, study and enforce the widowhood. And for the widowers was challenging because men had the social power and made the rules. Men were considered as too valuable to lose. The caste system had found completely different solution for widows because of male social dominance. It shows the gender power dynamic shaped by caste system creating partial solution for women and more complex organization for men. Caste group only marries within their own group endogamy, but creates unequal number of available men and women, and the caste system developed for solution like study and forced womenhood, literacy for widowers, and child marriage. The system essentially sacrificed women lives and children welfare to pursue the caste boundaries. Ambedkar argues that both practices study and forced literacy and child marriage they help the caste maintain the close boundaries. Caste is the imposition of endogamy upon exogamy. According to Ambedkar, this process creates distinct rules and system of caste. Conclusion: Indian caste system has long been